So we're going to hear a lot from the people who normally say, "Well, why does it matter? Well, why do you care so much?" So Marvel's new Black Panther is white. So they're taking, like, it's not really a race swap, but it so how it happens is hilarious because the people who always parade around about the race and all that, how it actually happens. But in one of the most unexpected turns in modern comic book storytelling, Marvel has introduced a white Black Panther as the new ruler of Wakanda in Marvel Knights: The World to Come, Volume One, um, Number One. The mantle, long associated with King T'Challa and Wakanda's African legacy, has now passed to his son Katima, a blonde-haired, white-skinned warrior who defeats T'Challa in ritual combat and claims the throne for himself. So T'Challa was beaten by a white man, and now the white man is king. Yeah, people are gonna have an issue, but then we get to say, well, why does it matter? It's just fiction. The movie has already sparked widespread discussion across fandom and social media, with many shocked not only by, I'm sorry, I really hope they do the Ryan Gosling thing, because people have been posting that meme forever, like Ryan Gosling as freaking Black Panther. Please make it happen. Let's see him as Katima. With many shocked not only by the storyline, but also what it represents in the broader cultural landscape of superhero fiction. A shocking turn in Wakandan history. Set in a near future version of Earth 616, the world to come throws readers into a Wakanda on the brink of collapse. The nation faces political unrest as a resistance group known as the Aquamarines attempts to overthrow the monarchy. Amid the chaos, T'Challa is confronted by a masked challenger, his own estranged son, Katima. What begins as a formal challenge for leadership escalates into a brutal personal clash. Although T'Challa demonstrates clear superiority in combat, he refuses to kill his son to end the duel. Katima, interpreting this mercy as weakness or disrespect, responds with a sudden outburst, striking its father down in a flurry of blows. Standing victorious, Katima removes his mask and shocks the Wakandan elders and readers by revealing a pale complexion and bright blonde hair. With no hesitation, he declares, "I am king now. Wakanda is mine." White man always stealing from the blacks. It's a comic book. Why does it matter? It's fake. Why does it matter? Black Panther is white. Why does it matter? It's fake. It's fiction. Why do you care so much? Breaking industry trends. In a media landscape where legacy superhero mantles are frequently passed from white to non-white characters like Sam Wilson and Captain America, Miles Morales is Miles Morales, Riri Williams as Ironheart. Ironheart! Ironheart! Marvel's decision to flip the script certainly stands out. For the first time in recent memory, a major superhero title has reversed the trend, passing a high-profile legacy from a black character to a white successor. Evil white man becoming ruler of Wakanda. Honestly, just to piss those people off, I would have drawn him to look like Donald Trump. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Make his skin a little orange. Give him the kind of the whatever Trump does with his hair. The meltdown would be legendary. But I mean, this is still good. That's still good. He kind of looks like Homelander a little bit. Homelander is just the ruler of everything. While comic book readers have grown accustomed to seeing mantles inherited through the lens of diversity and representation, the world to come openly subverts that expectations. Whether Katima's rise is meant to be a meaningful commentary or simply a narrative curveball is unknown, but the choice has undeniably sparked debate. What debate? Why does it matter? Why do you care so much? It's just a comic book. It's also possible, given the way that Kentima takes the throne and his general demeanor, that this White Panther is meant to be the antagonist of the series, setting him up to be unseated by a more traditional successor. Well, even if that does happen, right now, the King of Wakanda is a white man. That's no, no. Why does it matter? Why do you care so much? It's fiction. It's a comic book. That's all we have to say. Because the same people, when we say why are characters being race swapped from white to black, the same people are like, why does it matter? They can't say anything now because it's the same thing. Why does it matter? It's also entirely possible that this is Marvel making a statement and pushing back on common fan complaints. One of the most common criticisms lobbed at Marvel when it makes a mantle race swap is people sarcastically saying, "So when are we getting a white Black Panther?" Despite being said in Earth 616, the series takes place in an undefined future, leaving it its canonical state uncertain. With writer Christopher Priest addressed this directly in an interview with AIPT Comics. Our Black Panther is our world to come. No, go back up. There you go. I'm right there, I swear. I'm right here. See, I know where I am. It's completely our own vision of the near future. It is not tied to any other Marvel continuity, which gives us enormous freedom. A lot of freedom. Big peepee freedom. You would think you would never have... The only thing that has more freedom than this continuity is America. But this Marvel continuity has enormous freedom. It is bigly. The size is that of China, which gives us enormous freedom. It's not just something enormous. Freedom is not the only thing enormous right now after reading this. I'm so hard right now. Now, I'm sure this does get people hard, knowing that, you know, you have that other side going to be like, oh, the King of Wakanda is white. Oh. I'm sorry. I do that, and I just think of that Dave Chappelle thing, like, oh my God, Mickey Mouse is Mexican. You know, when he said he knocked off the head of Mickey Mouse at Disney World, and it was a Mexican guy. That's what I think about when I said that. The statement provides Marvel creative latitude. The story is distant enough from a cultural current continuity to avoid disrupting existing narratives, yet close enough to make its implications difficult to ignore. Online reaction has been swift. Some fans are praising Marvel for taking a creative risk, while others are questioning the optics and direction of the storyline. The phrase "White Black Panther" is lighting up across social media, social platforms, with responses ranging from curiosity to criticism. What's certain is that the story raises compelling questions. Is there a story about merit over bloodline? Is Kentima meant to challenge assumptions about cultural inheritance? Will Goku be able to escape planet Namek before its inevitable demise? Find out in the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. Now, is the twist simply a narrative tool designed to provoke discussion? Will this be another Marvel bait-and-switch with Kentima ultimately becoming the villain? Again, even if it is, editors know this is not my working theory. Even if it is, we have a white dude who is now king of Wakanda. So even if he does get overthrown, you still have a white dude who's king of Wakanda. So it doesn't really matter in the end. Who is this mysterious Saiyan who's confronted Frieza? Will he be able to stand against Frieza and his father? Find out on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. Marvel so far. That was such a great episode. Freaking Frieza and King Cold acting tough, and then Trunks shows up and just annihilates them. You know, Just seeing how weak and pathetic King Cold was, you would expect Frieza's dad to be stronger. You know, King Cold. No, the two is a pansy. That wasn't even his final form. According to the theory, people think that was like his second form or something. I would love to see King Cold's final form. King Cold. Look at that sword. Marvel so far is letting the story speak for itself. No official commentary has been given on Katima's background or the decision to give the Black Panther mantle to a white character. What's next? More about Katima, his legitimacy, and Wakanda's response to his rule are expected in Marvel Knights, The World to Come, Volume 1, Number 2, which releases on July 9th, 2025. Whether this version of Black Panther becomes a long-term figure in Marvel storytelling or fades into an alternate continuity is still up in the air, but for now, Marvel has ignited one of the most surprising and controversial mantle shifts in recent memory. Will Piccolo be able to hold off Cell? Will Goku survive the heart virus? And what will happen to the Z Fighters? Find out on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. I demand his immediate inclusion in the MCU. Cast Ryan Gosling to fulfill the meme. They fucking did it. They fucking did it. Sounds like a self-insert from a white savior. I look forward to the reaction from the "Why do you care" people. Oh, that will make all the whiteys happy now. In another universe, I'd be curious to see where this is going. With the way Marvel has been going the last few years, I really don't care. I'm with the author, bait and switch. And like I said, they could do a bait and switch and have him overthrown, but it doesn't matter. Right now, as of right now, there is a white man who is king of Wakanda. So for all the people, why does it matter? It's just fiction. It's a comic book. Why do you care so much? But I saw this. I got home from work, and I kind of settled in. I was eating my sandwich. I'm like a woman in the kitchen. I made me a sandwich. I was eating me a sandwich, and I saw this. I'm like, oh, that is so good. That is so good. I think I was also watching ZFG, but I was watching him, and I'm like, yeah, let me check some articles and see if there's anything good. And then I saw this. I'm like, oh god, that's so good. That is so fucking sexy right now. But yeah, so currently right now in Earth 616, King of Wakanda is a blonde-haired white man. T'Challa has been defeated by a white man. Oh man, the black man was beaten by the white man. And now that white man is King of Wakanda. Now they do say it's estranged son. So I'm sure he's gonna have daddy issues. And considering, I mean, look how much he looks like Homelander. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same guy who did the comics for that. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to do like a whole, oh well, he's a villain because white people bad. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Currently, a white man is king of Wakanda. So it'll probably end up that way, that, oh, the entirety of Wakanda has to come together to overthrow him and blah, blah, blah. By that point, doesn't matter. Because this dude is going to be king of Wakanda for how many issues? And I certainly don't want it to be a bait and switch and then have everything wrapped up in like 1 or 2 issues. No, it needs to be a continuing plot line. Like, he gets more support from other people who agree with him, so he's got his own forces, and you know, so the people of Wakanda have that to work against. I don't want it to be just like, oh, they fight him and they kill him, and no, I want it to be many issues, not just like, oh, issue 2, you know, boom, done. No, it needs to be a continuing story. So in a year from now, when he's still king, um, you know, then you can overthrow him if you want, but he needs to be king for a bit. Everything the light touches is his kingdom. Anyway, we need to get Ryan Gosling. Hollywood, call up Ryan Gosling and see if he's willing to play Black Panther. Ryan, we've got this character for you. His name is Katima. He's a Black Panther. Yeah, but no. He's a Black Panther. That's the hero. But the dude is white. They're on the phone. They're like, Ryan. For anyone who doesn't know what this is, I'm old. I'm old. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.